What's going on, fam? It's Uncle Scruffy. He's back in the building. We going somewhere crazy today. We're going somewhere crazy today. Didn't think we was gonna go this way, but check it out. It's an interesting story. This officer, okay, the JCCPD officer who shot his sergeant, said, "I thought he was gonna rape me." Yeah, yeah, yeah. Stay tuned. All right. It says Williamsburg, Virginia. Those were the words that James City County police officer Michael Russ screamed at a 911 operator shortly after allegedly shooting and seriously hurting Sergeant Christopher Gibson outside of a Williamsburg bar in January. Now, check this out. All right. This is the way I understand it. From what I understand, you got this guy. His name is James City, or James. And police officer, oh, excuse me, no, that's James City. My bad. I'll get rid of that part. You got this officer named Mike Russ. He got this 911 call, and I'm gonna let you hear a little bit more. He got this 911 call. He made a 911 call shortly after going to this bar with his sergeant, his boss. The sergeant apparently, at least according to Michael, has been hitting on him for the last year. He's been reporting it, all that other good stuff. He's been, but from what I understand, when guys try to say that something's going on, everybody laughs. Everybody, "Oh, no, that ain't happening. That ain't happening." That's the reason why when they say domestic violence, immediately, as soon as I said domestic violence, what did you think? You thought a guy was hitting a woman. Believe it or not, it goes the other way too. But these happen to be two guys. Now, I look at the guy, I kind of thought they were a couple, but I guess not. So they went out for a drink. And at first, they're sitting across from each other at a table. And they're drinking beers. They're drinking beers. And then, all of a sudden, the sergeant gets up, walks around the table, sits right next to him. Then, he starts grabbing his arm. And the guy's like, at least in the surveillance video it was. And then, he gets up, and he tries to say something to him. And the guy kind of, no, I don't know about that. You can't hear it, but you can see the body motions. So then we fast forward a little bit in the surveillance video, and we see them outside. The sergeant pressing up on Michael Russ. You can see he goes to grab him and I don't know what he's trying to do. It looked like he was trying to get a little close to him. And what ends up happening? Michael Russ, you can see it in the video, pushes him off and says, "Don't do that." We can't really see what happens after that. But then, a little bit after that, you got the 911 call. And Michael is screaming, "Oh, I shot him. Christopher Gibson, outside the bar. He looked like he was going to rape me." I don't know how it escalated that far, but, So, I would say, I don't know if they were both officers. So I'm thinking they should have been guys trained to fight a little bit or something. Or, something. I figured he could have got away from him. But if the dude was doing it that bad, and he wouldn't take no for an answer. And honestly, in the video, the dude was pretty clear, even though you couldn't hear it. His body language was pretty clear that he ain't want none. And from what his father says, he's already reported this a few times, and nobody's done anything. So, what we're going to do is we're going to get into the audio of the 911 call. It's kind of long, but it does tell you something. And the thing about it is, I don't know. I feel bad for him because, like I said, I don't know if the guy really seemed like he was going to rape him, or was it that bad? But the one thing that I can say is that in the video, it was very clear that he was not accepting these advances. Now, the only thing about that, though, is on the flip side of that, if this sergeant was hitting on you for a whole year, and you did report it, but I can understand. A lot of things go under the radar. Trust me. They don't believe guys. I understand that. Uncle Scruffy understands that. He's been down that road. And I'm talking about with everybody. All the way from some of your closest people, all the way up to judges in the office. Been down that road. And every time, it ended up being that I was absolutely right. But nobody believes you. So, I don't know what to say about Michael, you know? But from the one thing that I can say, I'm going to play the tape. I'm going to play the audio. I got a copy of it from wavy.com. Actually, big shout out to wavy.com. They kind of somehow picked up the audio or whatever. I don't know if they did a FOIA request. I don't know. Anyway, but they got it. And they got the video too. But I'm not going to play the surveillance video. But, yeah, we're going to play the audio. Oh, that was what I was saying. If he's been hitting on you for a year and you've been reporting it, nobody's been doing anything, you told your family knew about it, why did you go out to have a drink with this dude? If he's been hitting on you for a year, why would you go out to, one, to go hang out with him? Two, now don't get me wrong, it's your sergeant. I understand. Sometimes you get a little pressure. It's the boss. But two, why would you mix alcohol with something like that? Because, I don't know. When I used to drink, I could hold my alcohol. I never really got drunk and was like, oh, come here, whatever. But there's a lot of people who can't. There's a lot of people who can't control themselves. We can definitely attest to that. Definitely attest to a lot of people cannot control themselves. And it's funny because we live in a blameless society now, so that you can blame it on everything else but yourself. But we're going to get into it. I want you to leave your comments. And just from what we've seen, and I would like for you to go pick up the story. Go check it out at wavy.com. JCCPD officer who shot his sergeant. That's right in there. Go check out the story and see what you think. Honestly, I don't think after everything that was going on, he should have put himself in a position to go hang out with him. But after watching the surveillance video, even though he was in a bad position, it doesn't give him the right to try and jump on the dude now. I don't know if it went as far as I don't know how he could feel he was going to rape him, or because, I don't know, maybe it was a punk. But anyway, let me know what you think. I'm going to play this audio of the 911 call. Uncle Scruffy, we're going to get into topics like this. I like to see your opinion. Let me know. Because I don't know. That's a little touchy there. One, take it easy.